What's going on, everybody? We're here with Kane Hodder, the guy who played the ultra awesome Jason. I'm Tony from RedBeard Podcast. So, Kane, I got a couple questions for you.
Yippee.
He already called me out for being a ginger, so I have no idea how this is going to go.
I just obviously noticed, that's all. I didn't call you out for it. I gotta stand up, I feel short.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so, oh God. So you are most well-known for Jason. What did you do, what preparation did you do to jump into the character for the first time when you hadn't played him yet? Did you, go out and murder people? Did you figure that out? What did you...
No, I had been in some physical altercations in my life, and I just drew on that. If the scene was, I was supposed to take somebody and choke them, I would do it so that he can't breathe right now.
I can't breathe right now, holy shit.
So it shows realism works better on film.
That was pretty legit.
Because if I was to punch somebody in the face, no, I won't do that. See, I'm a nice guy. I won't be an asshole.
All right, definitely not. I was at the slasher panel yesterday, and I asked the question you didn't get to answer. I was hoping you were going to get a chance. How do you feel horror has changed? Since the 70s and the 80s to now, there's CGI stuff. Do you prefer practical effects? What's your take on that?
My answer is the same as Sid Haig.
Yeah.
I don't like CGI.
Yeah.
I like practical effects. It's much more believable. The only time the CGI is okay, once in a while, if it's a small thing that enhances a practical effect, then sometimes it's okay. But I would just rather see the practical stuff, because people work so hard on that for months before a film, like makeup and stuff like that. Puts people out of a job if you just do it visually and it doesn't look as good.
Yeah, definitely. And do you feel that you've killed a lot of people in different ways in different movies?
Yes, I have.
Is there a way that you haven't done it yet that you want to be done on film?
Wow. I've killed, I think, murdered, I say, because it's one by one. It's not like gunning down 30 people. 145 people or something like that. And I've done just about everything you can do, but I always said I wanted to beat someone to death with their own legs.
All right.
I think that'd be pretty creative, and maybe we'll take this little punk-ass motherfucker here and demonstrate it.
Yeah. So we got something to add to this. So Keith, I'm going to let you get over here and ask him that question.
Oh, good.
So here we go.
Can't wait, Keith.
Three years ago, you were in a movie that's name was changed from The Fury, Tales of Ronan Pierce to Crazed. I was the second AD on that movie.
Oh.
And at one point I was filling in for an extra, and I was wearing this tactical vest. And you asked me, is that bulletproof? And I said, I guess so, sure. And you said, huh? And you punched me in the sternum with about, I'd say, registering 60% force, which to me felt about 400. And you said, huh, guess it's not punch-proof, and then walked away. And
I do vaguely remember that, and I don't dispute that story. I think I did do that.
I have the surgery to prove it. It stunted my growth about 2 inches because of it. My sternum didn't grow properly. This is actually not mine, but I just,
That's great.
That was remembered because I remember it.
Yeah.
I remember the pain.
And
I remember.
by the way, officer, here, turn it around.
See those cops over there? Go back here.
We're gonna need a cavity search here.
I gotta go for something else. Hey,
Make it rough.
Yeah.
Well, Kane, that's awesome, man. I just want to thank you for your time, man, for hanging out for a little bit. It's nice to meet you, man.
Okay,
And,
good to see you.
Hope to see you in some coming stuff. You have anything you can tell us about that was coming out?
A movie called Death House. Watch for that. There's a movie I did that people will hear about soon that everybody will be excited about, and can't talk about it yet, but you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. Awesome. And then you see.